Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going on an adventure. We're talking about Russia, not just Russia in general, but 7 cities that you absolutely need to visit. We're talking history, culture, architecture, food, people, the whole 9 yards. I'm talking about really getting a feel for a place, and trust me, these places, they've got a lot of feel. So buckle up, get your travel journal ready because we're about to dive deep. Welcome to our channel. Today we're taking you on an incredible journey through Russia, exploring its rich culture and these 7 amazing cities. All right, first up, we're hitting the ground running in Moscow. This is the big one, the heart and soul of Russia. You hear Russia, you think Moscow. For good reason. This city is a trip. You walk around, you've got these magnificent buildings, onion domes, gold everywhere. It's like stepping back in time. But then, boom. Right next to a centuries-old cathedral, you've got a skyscraper. The contrast is wild. Of course, you gotta hit up Red Square. It's iconic. The Kremlin, St. Basil's Cathedral, Lenin's Mausoleum. It's all right there. And the energy, man, you can feel the history. This is where Russia comes together. You know what I mean? Make sure to wander around the streets, check out the cafes, the little shops. That's where you find the real Moscow. The vibe, the people, it's electric, and the food. Don't even get me started on the food. Dumplings, borscht, all that good stuff. You'll be in food heaven. Trust me. Next stop, we're hopping on a high-speed train and shooting over to St. Petersburg. This city is like Moscow's cooler, more artsy little sibling. It's called the Venice of the North, and let me tell you, it lives up to the name. Canals everywhere, beautiful bridges, it's crazy. The architecture here is next level. We're talking palaces, cathedrals, buildings that look like they're straight out of a fairy tale. Don't even get me started on the Hermitage Museum. It's gigantic, filled with masterpieces. You could spend a week in there and not see everything. Walk along the Neva River at night, all lit up. It's pure magic. And the food scene here is off the hook. You've got everything from Michelin star restaurants to cozy little cafes. Be sure to try some traditional Russian tea and pastries. It's the perfect way to warm up on a chilly day. All right, now we're heading east to Kazan, the capital of Tatarstan. This is where things get really interesting. Kazan is like a blend of Russia and Central Asia. It's got this whole other vibe, a different energy. The architecture here is a trip. You've got these incredible mosques next to Orthodox churches. It's a real melting pot of cultures. The main attraction here is the Kazan Kremlin. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's easy to see why. It's this huge complex with mosques, towers, all this amazing architecture. And the food in Kazan? Forget about it. We're talking Tatar cuisine, which is a whole other level of deliciousness. Think meat pies, dumplings, and this amazing noodle dish called lakman. Next up, we're heading south to Sochi, home of the 2014 Winter Olympics. This place is beautiful. It's situated right on the Black Sea, so you've got beaches, mountains, everything. If you're into winter sports, Sochi is the place to be. World-class skiing, snowboarding, the works. But even if you're not a skier, there's still plenty to do. You can explore the city, hit up the beach, hike in the mountains. The scenery is amazing. And of course, no trip to Sochi would be complete without trying some traditional Russian shashlik. It's like barbecue, but better. Trust me. All right, now we're going on a real adventure. We're heading all the way east to Vladivostok, which is like on the other side of the world from Moscow. This is as far east as you can go in Russia, and it's a trip. Vladivostok is located on the Pacific Ocean, and it's a major port city. It's got this gritty, industrial vibe that I kind of love. The main attraction here is the Golden Horn Bay. It's this beautiful bay surrounded by hills, and it's stunning. Be sure to check out the Russky Island Bridge. It's one of the longest cable-stayed bridges in the world, and the views from it are incredible. Next up, we're heading back west to Yekaterinburg. This city is located in the Ural Mountains, and it's got a really interesting history. It was a major center during the Russian Revolution. It's where the last Tsar and his family were executed. You can visit the church on the Blood, which was built on the site of the execution. It's a pretty somber place, but it's important to learn about this part of Russian history. Yekaterinburg is also a major cultural center. It's got a thriving art scene with lots of theaters, museums, and galleries. And finally, we're ending our journey in Novosibirsk, the largest city in Siberia. This place is huge. It's located on the Ob River and it's known for its science and technology. Be sure to check out Akademgorodok, which is like a science city. It's home to a bunch of research institutes and universities. Novosibirsk also has a surprisingly vibrant cultural scene. It's home to the Novosibirsk Opera and Ballet Theater, which is one of the most famous theaters in Russia. And that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour of 7 cities you absolutely have to visit in Russia. From the bustling streets of Moscow to the Pacific coast of Vladivostok, Russia is a country of incredible diversity and beauty. I hope this video has inspired you to add it to your travel bucket list. Thanks for joining us on this cultural journey through Russia. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel adventures. Until next time, keep exploring. Peace.